Episode 6. Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo, and I'm here for episode 6 of Sword Art Online Alicization. The last episode did one thing acceptably, and I was happy about that. I was happy about that one thing that I did acceptably, which was that to some extent, it seemed to have maybe, just maybe, flipped the script on Damsel in Distress Kirito. And, I'm sorry, Damsel in Distress Asuna, and made Kirito the one who needs saving. But now that I've let it breathe for a little while, now that I've let it sit in my subconscious for a little while, I've come to the conclusion that that one thing that the episode did acceptably is not enough to outweigh the fact that the rest of the episode was painfully boring. It was just so boring. And I don't mean to, like, knock the whole concept of the show or anything, but it was just so boring. That whole section with Yui finding Kirito, and them all sitting around in whatever world they sit around in now. I guess it's the Ogma thing. I guess that has something to do with the movie that I'm never gonna watch. It was just boring. Just fucking boring. And the like 2 minutes of Asuna being mildly cool about, like, going after Kirito and being on a mission and stuff just isn't enough to outweigh the rest of the utter boredom. And we don't even need to talk about the CG. There was a shitty CG helicopter. Everybody knows it. It's been memed to hell already. Of course it has. But what bothers me is not the shitty CG helicopter, even though I talked about it. It doesn't bother me that much. What bothers me is boring fucking writing. And that's what we got last episode. Was mostly a concept that could have been told in 3 minutes, stretched out to fill 20-some minutes. And that really fucking worries me. Because, as I have become aware, this is supposed to be like a 50-some episode arc. And I get the feeling that it might be quite a bit better if it had been like a 20-episode arc instead. And I get the feeling that we're going to have about 20 episodes of content stretched out to fill 50 episodes, with lots of fucking talking in coffee shops in between. Now, I'm not angry at SAO, and if it feels like I've gone through a bit of a tone switch, I'm sorry, but it just wasn't that good. I really hope that there's something in this episode and next episode that makes me want to look for the good in this show. Because right now, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. So let's find out. This will be timer based. There'll be a beep beep timer. It'll go boop 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 beep, and on the beep and the green light, that's when you want to push the button if you're pushing the button to play along via Munchie Bowl. Let's get into it. Timer goes here. Yeah, what's this digital landscape that's behind us? Oh, he's SDF? He is SDF. Doesn't work that way, does it? Oh, okay. Guess it does. Gonna tell us? Okay, Alice. Bottom up. Multi-purpose. AGI. Which is a really bad idea. So they're doing it through generations and generations of individuals. So they're creating artificial souls, letting them live out their lives, taking all their compiled knowledge and what changes within them, and then merging them together and using that as the base for the next generation. Okay. So, yeah. So Reiki Kawahara read some books on genetic algorithms. Okay. I can suspend my disbelief that far. It's a reasonable way to create an AGI, which is a bad idea. I just want to say that again. Generally a bad idea. Just call it an AGI. Never works. Never works. Can't do it. You have to grow them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They're basically just scripts. You grow it. Okay. Souls freak the fuck out. They need to be put in an artificial environment. Hybrid copies. A wonderful fairy tale. World seeds, yep. So those weren't input by... It's emergent. Interesting. But only one has ever... They just want them to have free will. So what's your means versus ends justification, buddy? But what's the difference between a person and an artificial consciousness? Doubt it. Yep. Doesn't matter. They're sentient beings. You just disagree. That's just irrational humanism. Nice divide between them. Put a real person in there. No. He is. It won't. He had an unintended effect. It's not a coincidence. Fucked up backronym. It's because it's incomprehensible. Oh, but they didn't? So... yeah, how? Which are machine... yeah, system access. So how fast is time passing for Kirito? Is that where Yu-Gi-Oh is? Or is Yu-Gi-Oh artificial? Yu-Gi-Oh is artificial. Yikes. Yeah, this is a little bit different though. Hmm. Okay. 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 So what? Okay. What? Why not? Yeah. Right. That's bearing a grudge. You're just glad that you got to meet Kirito? I guess that is the conceit of the whole story. Where's Kirdo? Where's Kirdo? Kirdo, be safe. We have the technology. We can copy floodlights. We grow AI. Souls don't like being AI. So we copy babbies. And then, wow, a society emerged. But it did unexpected shit, like they have root access! Who gave them root access? How did they get fucking root access? How did they get admin permissions and, like, the ability to do sacred arts? I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. The people who made the thing don't know. How do they not know? How do they... How does Kikuoka not know how they got root access? You'd think that maybe he would know. His justification for doing all this is bullshit. It's just dumb bullshit. It's exactly what you would expect it to be, which is pretty standard means versus ends, like, doesn't matter, or ends justify the means type thing. And then his scientist buddy guy has an even worse justification that it would be fine if war continues as long as humans don't die. And then it just gets even worse because they're just like, yeah, we'll just sacrifice AIs, they don't matter. Which is wrong. They're sentient beings. They should be given full human rights. Obviously. Because if you don't give sentient artificial constructs human full rights, then when humans can be uploaded, then the humans that are uploaded don't have full rights, and that's just bad. There's no difference between a human living in a virtual environment and a copy of a human living in a virtual environment. There's just no difference. It becomes a terrible slippery slope argument. And saying that the line that, you know, 100,000 artificial intelligences are not worth one SDF soldier, that's just irrational. A sentient being is a sentient being is a sentient being, and whether they're in meat space or not doesn't matter, because meat space doesn't fucking matter. It's just a perception. It just does not matter. It's stupid. Stupid as fuck. They need an experienced person, and it had unintended effects, caused Alice to break the rules. And then we got some melodrama about the bomb being fake, which just doesn't matter. This was a shit episode. This was all around shit. Feels Batman. I'm sorry if you like this show, and I'm just shitting on it. I really am, but there was nothing in this that got me happy. I mean, I could say that the thing, the moral conflict about AI versus humans would be interesting, but it's not. It's been done so many times in better ways. It's just meh. It's Reki Kawahara shooting himself in the foot, as expected. Next episode really needs to be inside the sim, and it needs to be good. Because the pseudoscience with mediocre ethical justifications is getting old. It's getting real old real fast. And the characters standing around talking about their intentions is getting real old. So they need to step it up a notch. 2 notches would be good. Alright, I'm gonna wrap this up. I've been Teeaboo. This has been Sword Art Online Alicization. I genuinely hope that you enjoyed it quite a bit more than I did, because I thought it was mediocre at best. Yeah. I really hope you enjoyed it more than I did. I hope to catch you in the next one, and I hope the next one is a lot better. Because this did not make me happy. I am worried for the future of this show. And, I mean, I don't really care. It's a giant franchise, and it'll do fine. But... meh. There's only so much pseudoscientific bullshit that I can trudge through in order to get to some meh SAGA. I just want the SAGA. There are just better things that I could be watching. I'll keep up with this for at least another couple episodes, but if it doesn't kick into gear soon, then I will drop this show. Because it's on Saturday, which is otherwise my most crowded day, and it's not good enough. It's just not good enough. I would rather run a poll and find something for my Saturday slot that's worth watching. Find something older that's good. Meh. Alright. Peace.